everybody, my name is Ray. I'm not just a Game Boy, I'm a game developer boy. Welcome back to my channel. I think most of you have played an FPS game. A FPS game stands for First Person Shooter Game. And do you know some main elements in a FPS game? I'll give you 5 seconds to answer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, time's up. There is a player, health system, weapon system, enemies, and levels. So that's all for a basic FPS game. And recently, I've also been working on a FPS game. So first, let me show you the gameplay. So we can walk around, jump, and we have a gun, which is the gray cube on the screen. So we can shoot bullets out of it. And the red things are targets. We can shoot it, and each target has a different health. And there is also enemies, which are zombies that can shoot us from their hand. That. And we're invincible because I haven't added the player health yet, but I'm going to add it. And the enemy can disappear after they die. And there's a boss. So we first need to destroy 2 of the little zombies to lead us to the boss zombie. And the boss is not a zombie, it's a robot. So we need to sprint to get up this platform and then do this. And then we just need to shoot the enemy. Okay, it's dead. So we need to do a small parkour, which is very easy for pro gamers like me. And parkour here, then turn around, parkour here, sprint. Okay, this is the final boss. It's a robot, and it can shoot, and it's kind of big, and its health is 30. It's double the normal zombie's health. And there are some brain math guys out there which already know that the zombie health is 15 because 30 divided by 2 is 15. Pro math guy. So just need to hop on this platform, and the game is just to that point, and you can explore it and stuff like that. So first I added the platforms, which is basically cubes. Let me show you how to add a platform. We just need to right click this and then 3D object and then cube. Now we have a cube here, and then I'm gonna make it big. And then, so boom, we have a platform here. And I'll just give it a quick material, purple, pretty cool. And now we have a platform. After I've done the platform, I made the player, which is basically a bean. And I'll show you how to make a bean. So game object, 3D object, and then a capsule. And this player. So the player is a bean with a cube for the gun. And the player is an empty game object that contains the bean. And it has character controller. And we have a player controller and player health. I haven't done the health yet, so it's probably just empty. And player have a few variables. Move speed is like how fast the player is moving. And gravity modifier is how fast the player will go down if it's not touching the ground. And jump power is how high it can jump. It's 10, it's normal. And run speed is how fast when it's running. And I made it 30 I made it pretty fast. And there is character control, so this is a player controller based on the character controller, not the rigid body. So we need to drag the character controller into here. And can jump means like, can you jump? If can jump is true, you can jump. And can jump is a boolean. And the can double jump doesn't really work for my version, so it's just empty. So we can't double jump. Ground checkpoint is like, let me show you the ground checkpoint. So it's a little bit below the player. So that the player, when it's like half to the ground, like there, it can jump. Otherwise the player might get frustrated, maybe. So now we have the player controller. And what is ground? And it's asking what is ground. It will be ground. So everything is also okay because you can step on everything in real life and you can jump on everything. So I just made it everything. So cam trans is where the camera should be. And so I drag the cam trans, which is not here. Wait. Cam trans. Yeah, which is here. Okay, and you might be wondering what is the fire point bullet thing? It's for the gun. And mouse sensitivity is like how fast the camera will move when you move your mouse. So invert X and invert Y means that like if invert X is tick, when you move here, the camera will move that way. And if you move your mouse there, the camera will move that way. So it's inverse. And bullet is just asking for the bullet, which is the player bullet, which is this thing. Let me get to the player game. Player, okay. So shoot point is like where the bullet will come out. And the shoot point, I just randomly named the GP. And let me see, where is the shoot point? Fire point. Okay, it's here. And the bullet will come from here. So the fire point is here. Back to the player. And anim. And I'm going also to add some animation to the player. Like when they walk, they're going to do like this. When they walk, not just this. Otherwise, it gives us the feeling that the player is gliding. I'm also gonna add that. So that is basically the player. And the gun, I didn't use any models or anything like that. I just used the cube boy. And next, I made a few targets, and then I gave them, where is it? Enemy health, which gives them a health, which means like if this health is 5, you need to shoot 5 times if the player bullet's damage is 1. So, and then I gave him the ability to move, and he will be able to move toward the player. And distance to chase is like how close you get to the player, and then you start chasing him. And distance to lose means like how far you get away from the player, and then you'll lose track of the player. And distance to stop is like, because if there is no distance to stop, the enemy will just keep bumping into the player, and then sometimes player might be cornered and then glitch through walls. So we don't want that. So if he is his maximum distance to the player is 2. So time to shoot is like how many seconds it can shoot. So animation means like we can give it animation. Easy. So let me just show you its animation in game view. So that's him, and that's the shooting animation, and that's the running animation. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Okay, finally. And then that's the enemy. And there are also some extra things, like how I made the enemy follow the player. I used the net mesh agent because there are some bugs with the rigid body movement. And that's all so far for my project. And I might make a video when I finish it. And if you enjoyed today's video, please subscribe and like my channel. Please, it's very important for me. So, bye and see you next week.